93 to 93 to. Be humble. Try to get this win. What? He was sitting right there. Inside the circle. Come on, sir. Stop the ball. Oh, okay, Buck cooking. Fuck. 13-0. God dang. Should have kept Zebo. I don't like Scal. They making everything. gonna make our run. We're gonna make our run. What the hell they had, what you call them doing? That's crazy. Come on, man. Easy money, man. Got dunked there, Scott. Oh, boy. Good block. Oh. Stay there. Turnovers. Come on. Go, buddy. Oh, he on my hip. Come on, TK. Don't do me like that. Come on. Let's go. Get the fuck out of here. He ain't built like that.
Hey,
What?
are you disagreeing with the TV?
Huh?
Are you disagreeing with the TV?
The game. Get in there. Why did he shoot the ball like that, though? Come on, TK. Like, you got him shooting the ball like that. Get in there. Let's go, buddy. Buddy got 13. There ain't no shooter. Oh. What are you switching? Check the floors. Ah. Shot, boy. Take. Ah. Yo, they ain't even let me put my hands up. That heavily contested. That's all. %, but missing. Come on, man. Take. Some stops. That's part of the reason too. Stay attached now. What was that?
Jackson has a terrific IQ and turned himself into an opportunistic defender, not afraid to take a chance. Fox, he's checked in for Houston.
Niggas can't hit a jump shot to save their life right now. Probably got like 30 turnovers right now. There you go. Oh, God. Ah. Gotta get some stops, man. It's on the turnover. Come on with the slowing my passes now. Slowing my passes down. Oh my God, man. Come on, man. No, man. Smart basketball. Come on, call him. Let's go, Scout. Bet. They slow me down. They slowing me down. Know this shit rigged, man. Bet. Block. Get the fuck out of here, man. This shit crazy. Oh, man.
Thanks, Tyson. How have you controlled the tempo of the game in the first half?
Well, thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, folks. You should be okay to just get down and check out the first half of action. In front of that is Phoenix. Being 13-point lead. Damage. What did you think about Phoenix? sloppy ball handling. Which goes back to the fundamentals. And I know we say it all the time, just make the simple play. And this is why, without giving away possession, they get a lot closer. That'll do it for me.
Easy money.
Fields got it going here with the start of the second half. The first one's the third quarter for the game.
Go under. Come on. Ah, rebound. Go. Let's go, boys. There we go. What kind of layup was that? one. Let's go. Let's go, youngin. Do it. Come on, man. Points on the print, man. I wonder. Good shot. Got a rebound. God dang. bless you.
Thank you.
Let's go. Shit, boy. Why that shot? Come on, man. Bullshit.
And so it's Phoenix looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their strategy is they took time, worked the ball inside, shot to the paint, and now they are scoring with ease.
Oh my God. How did he get the ball back though? Come on, 2K. Oh my God, man. This shit funny. Man. It's crazy, man. Wonder. Come on, let's go. Para que no.
By 1. And the Suns lead by 19.
Exactly the shot they were looking for on that possession. The easy one down low.
Now a timeout called by Superman.
Really? Really? Damn, 20, man. Get in there. Come on, let's go. Start hitting some threes. How? That's 90% and he missing. Come on. Right at him. You can't guard pick and roll. That's bullshit. He's supposed to drive. What? Why? I don't know. Twenty-four and 14. God damn. Wide open, man. Wide open. Wide open. Wide open. Why that layup, though? Why that layup animation?
not even about a fouling. So an excellent game there. What a home opener here at the Garden State Arena. Spencer Dinwiddie, he went off. What a mustache, let me tell you. But Russell had a heck of a game. Dinwiddie had a heck of a game. I'm going to show you guys the box score in just a second here, but let's just enjoy the celebration for a second. I mean, we are back in Jersey, y'all. Gotta love it. So we look at the box score. Spencer Dinwiddie, 23 points, 6 assists. Okafor with 16 points, 9 boards. Not really a ton of defensive stats there, but Russell also doing extremely well, 15 and 8. So great job here for the New Jersey Nets. Excellent work, and as you can see, the Twitterverse is buzzing about Spencer Dinwiddie. That's never happened before, I don't think. So folks, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I enjoy doing it. Let's get more of this New Jersey Nets action going. We'll see you soon. Happy gaming, y'all.
Appears to be blossoming in a new role. He shot 11 of 22 from 3 the last 2 games, both Thunder wins, and primarily took those threes within the flow of the OKC offense. Jalen.
Yes, indeed.
Please take us behind the curtain on his new role.
Let's do that. So, you're in your 15th season. You scored over 24,000 points. You weren't able to get it done in Denver, so you go to New York City. You have a Hall of Fame caliber career. You waive your no-trade clause to go run in OKC with the reigning MVP Russell Westbrook, and they add Paul George. The secret, however, to being a vet is also humbling yourself. And I know you see a lot of people say, oh, Carmelo Anthony is accepting his new role. That's not what he's doing. It's called surrendering once you get a little bit older, and that is okay. When your peers are LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, you've seen them enjoy championship glory, Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. You're going into the same Hall of Fame they're going to be in. But what's going to validate you at this point of your career, Carmelo? That's winning. So I appreciate the fact that he's playing power forward in the West as a catch-and-shoot three-point knockdown player. He will have the opportunity to perform in this year's playoffs, and that's where he ultimately will be judged on this move to OKC. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. By the way, Jalen, in case you were worried, I took a screen grab of what exactly you look like today on television because I wanted you to get the whole in all of its glory. Paul, what have you seen from Carmelo recently?
Well, like Jalen said, and this is something that happened to me. When I moved on to Brooklyn, I had to play a completely different role. It wasn't my team. I went into a team where I had other stars, Joe Johnson, Darren Williams, and I had to take the third man role. I went to power forward. I was a stretch four, but I knew that that was what was best for our team. And as long as we're winning, and I'm at the stage of my career, I was 33 years old. Oh, as a matter of fact, I was 35 years old when I went to Brooklyn. So as you get older and you know that you can't be that guy anymore on a championship caliber team, and as you slide back into a role that better fits you, if it does something to winning or losing, then you accept it. And that's what Carmelo has done.
And I hope that Melo continues to stay pat with this. As you said, Hall of Fame career, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, great player. Hasn't really won. He had a good run in Denver, but it wasn't good enough. But if he does, he could be maybe the best third option in our league. I mean, he's a great shooter, so he's a great outlet for Russell when he gets in trouble, or for Paul George when he gets in trouble. He's a great outlet for those guys, and he can also get cooking. He's not just a three-point shooter. He can still get on the block, back to the basket, get a bucket, ISO in that, that mid-post area and get a bucket. But we want to temper that. We want to temper that.
But also, you got to keep in mind, he's going to have nights where he's going to be the guy.
Correct.
That's something that's going to change night in and night out. Russ most times. But Carmelo's going to have a time where, in a big game, where he's the guy. and they're going to go continue to feed him and let him be the guy that night. Right. It's just not going to be more times than not.
Would it be? Is that enough? Just, do you have faith in the fact that Carmelo, specifically Carmelo, will be okay with this?
Well, he has to be judged by what happens in the playoffs, because with the Knicks, he only made it out of the first round one time.
Sure.
So now he's in a situation. Can he be the difference maker against Houston, against Golden State, against San Antonio? That's really what he's playing for in the Western Conference.
Did we start yet? Was at the family. So, man, if y'all been watching this show, y'all know.
Particularly in the case of fighting games. Whether it's fighting games or the League of Legends.
Been talking about this before. I can't even remember, Zoff, we were talking about this on air or off. You were talking a lot about people talking about, I ain't gonna change, man. I get down on the esports league. I'm getting real, dude. I was big from the beginning, baby. You know, all that, right? Well, according to the teams that I've talked to,
yeah,
the NBA is going to filter out the people with questionable social media presences, and they won't even be draft eligible.
Woo! That's tough.
So if you've been on Twitter acting a fool, you better get to deleting them tweets. Because
go ahead.
And I'm giving y'all some straight exclusive stuff that I ain't even wrote yet. Because this all the stuff I'm saying is actually going to be in the article.
Okay.
You know, so clean your tweets up.
So keeping it real, is to get you disqualified.
Oh man, I wish I could remember the name of this movie. There's this movie where this brother tells him, he says, you want to keep it real, take that shit over to Rockets Records. Right here, we keep it profitable.
What was that? I might know that. I can't remember what it is though. Oh my God, you gonna have me Googling that.
I know somebody in the chat know that movie. I can see it, man, but I can't. It's not Love and Basketball. That's not it. It's something. It's something.
Oh God.
But anyway, don't let your love for keeping it real keep you from changing your family's life. Because somebody gonna change the life, and then some dude that wanted to keep it real gonna be on Twitter talking about, he ain't nothing. That sucker, he turned on his people. He used.
He be out here on the corner with us. Musty. With no shoes on. Now he got shoes.
He's a sellout. Right, so don't let that be you. Get your 50 games in, get your application in, and clean up your social media feed, because there's a real opportunity. There's nobody who's a professional in anything that just gets to act crazy all the time and get paid, unless you're the absolute best at it, and second ain't even close. You know what I mean? And as Books mentioned last week, we're not at that point where we know who the best is. So right now, they can afford to say, if you're XXX, you won't even be considered, and they can move on from there. And usually, the thing that becomes something is not that thing in the beginning. So what you see now may not be what this thing mushrooms into 3 years from now. So have a little vision, give yourself an opportunity. Get in there, win your 50 games, fill out your application, put your put your government name on there, with a little shouty, 1757.
Let it start pop.
Izzy, we haven't gotten into this yet, unless y'all did before I came on. I don't think y'all did. Could you please briefly tell the people why you don't play online games? Because Mazik don't play online. Why you don't like playing online, Mazik?
I don't play online because I don't like these little people, man. All these little pro-am park people, man. I can't. Little shorty ice too hot. And little homie backwards hoodie. I can't play with them, man. It's just like, you know what? We're gonna talk about the real basketball. Me playing real basketball, pickup games. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But it's just like playing with them young folk and playing and pickup. Hey, here come this pop. Now, like, what are you doing?
Hey, Mazik, can you tell from the username whether they can play or not?
If you have the name of a pistol, that already tell me I don't want to play with you.
Hey, that's like in real life when that dude comes in with the leg sleeves and the arm sleeves for a pickup game.
Man.
You already know what you're
I'm
about to
telling
get
you, man,
into.
big slip something. I'm already going. You're not gonna pass. I'm not, so I don't want to fool with you.
Oh,
Somebody whose name is I like the dish. I like the dish.
That's why you gotta get in them streets, man, because you haven't seen the real suffering, man. You go up there, you see Swag Killer 1 and Swag Killer 2. And they're both wearing the same camouflage white outfit.
Looking like they going
with leggings in the front. They both got pink hair.
Y'all see them older
big
couples?
beards. And you know you go to get cheese. They going zigzag their life with me.
Y'all seen that them older couples that go to Great America in the same outfit? A man and a woman, and both of them got on like the same color hoodie, the same jeans, the same shoes. Hey, you know what? I gotta tell y'all something right now. And this is totally off topic, but it's hilarious. Y'all know the dude, Mr. Love Song? Have y'all seen him?
I haven't.
You haven't seen the dude yet? Okay. Y'all gotta, if y'all Google Mr. Love Song, it's a dude named Mollywock. The dude is literally my cousin, and he is blowing up all over the place. He's my cousin by marriage, but he is blowing up all over the place. And you got, he's like a real player from the 1970s.
Stop it.
You gotta Google it. If somebody in the chat has probably seen Mr. Love Song, y'all know who I'm talking about. And I'm telling you. And the dude is my cousin by marriage. And when he first started blowing up and I started seeing him on World Star and stuff, my wife was like, is that my cousin? Yes, that's him. That's up to you gotta
Mr. Love Song.
Mr. Love Song.
All right, we got to check that out and report back next week.
that's gonna be a topic next week.
For sure. Now, I don't have something for this one. I want to talk about our least favorite player I'm assuming NBA history. I'm assuming everybody did me. Who's your least favorite player? I ain't have one off the top, man, but I'm figuring y'all gonna motivate me to get one. Orlando.
You know Orlando. I knew him personally, man. That's a good dude.
You can't hate on nobody that just died. Now, actually, for me, it's Mario Ely.
Ellie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mario.
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah.
Well, now they get a chance to play in Lithuania for a coach that sells meat out of the back of his car after the games.
Yeah.
About that this is going to be an eye-opening experience for him. I think you guys were talking back and forth on Twitter, mentioning it's basically going to be a training camp for them. But you were saying that's probably what they need. What do you think? Is there anything positive, Books, that you think they'll be able to get out of this?
I'm in the camp of people that doesn't think they'll play a minute for that squad. I think seeing the real world as professionals, if they go there, seeing how it can be, will be a good experience for them. Almost like a scared straight kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to wind up here.
Who was that?
But from a basketball standpoint, now I mean the thing about Jello is Jello was not projected to be an NBA player. He wasn't even starting from the same thing. So the interesting thing about him is he got in so much better shape when he was in high school. Same way even at major level, his athleticism.
Tried to emulate my shit talking. Weezy and Drum. We ought to mix their blueprint. Gangsta. You're welcome. A dedication. Gangsta. Weezy. I got Doja, narcotics, and activists, that's DNA. Got a dyke on them for ain't your bitch, like they for me and big. Easy like in WA. They make me feel A-OK. Feeling like Tony Guerrero. Feeling all on me, TSA. She got dollars, nothing, alcohol all over TNA. She start all this KKK, and this brony AAA. Let's enjoy some NBA. Y'all the boys in CAA. Yeah, we got MMO, but you get beat like MMA. I got Dracos, Ninos, automatic, that's my DNA. You get beat like Sugar Ray, TKO, OHH. I smoke O's, I sip Ace, I pop hoes, Danny straight. I got peace, I got weight, I got keys, I got gates, I got moon like Molly at the sea inside this weed is lace. I smoke doobies, don't smoke J's, don't watch movies, don't go to plays. I watch cuties, point and play. I got Uzis, I'm the way. I don't be choosy, I don't be safe. I don't get woozy, I get the waste. My bitch ballin' like Sinead. Erica Badu with the fade. Capital W NBA. I just teach her how to save. I've been sleeping with my AK, with my finger around her waist. I've been dreaming I caught a body, that's some sweet cream you won't taste. Get an American dream to a bitch that ain't even from the USA. That's the land of the free. It's the home of AJ. Got a home break on Sunday. I put one line on the plate. She gon' take it to the face like the line between love and hate. I got dealings and associates, call that my DNA. sons and daughters of Weezy. Y'all niggas still watching the master at work. I already got the ganja. I already got the Fanta. All black like Uganda. Hair back like E Honda. Wait, hard hat like a condom. You skull crack, then we crowned you. Shark bite to a flounder. Bar fight to a bounce away. All franks like Sinatra. Face been painted, they ain't never clowned them. Everybody breaking cakes like it's autumn. Y'all boys sweeter than whatchamacallit. All y'all take a seat on this toilet. Y'all ain't shit but y'all piss pouring. Sitting in the foreign like I'm on a harlot. Keep blood suckers away with the garlic. Alone in a mansion, I'ma call it coffin. Thought about your coffin and started barking. Thought about your offerings, how you probably starving. Thought about this dolphin shit, I'm some dolphins. Walking on the marble, feeling like Ricardo. Walk around like this campus of marbles. Try my niggas Swiss, niggas getting smart. Try to hit the books and nigga hit the target. Sitting on the charter, talking about the talkers. Waiting on departure, waiting on the sculpture. Make sure my vultures keep an extra cartridge. Make sure my borders keep an extra barbie. My dick is her electric check, feel a vulture. And the pussy better smell like the Arctic. Wetter than a wishing well, I need a quarter. Damn, I wish it was a little bit taller. Damn, I wish I drank a little more water. Damn, I wish I drank a little more harder. Damn, I put up with a red bomb scarlet, with a yellow bomb collar, no green that's smaller. Purple than the orange, you've seen that's horror. No E in my garden, F-R-F-R, all the G's in my corner. Them boys are warriors, believe we deserve to relieve in the forest. Keys in quarters, when you're on my headquarters. Borderline water, you're a motorline reporter. Word on my shoulder for the slated in the clover. I'm your bitch baby, homie, tell you I ain't struggling. Sisters on soda, got white like Crayola. Nut like granola, all in your bitch rollers. You never been to jail, never been in a Corolla. Then I roll a blunt by the stickers of some more. This is that sick shit, the sickness is showing. The sickness is spreading.
So, and that scares me, like, as a prospect. So, I don't know. I just don't think that he's going. I don't know if it's funny because if Jello was a better player, he would fit in the league better as a shooter. But LaMelo, I don't know. I mean, he's young. He's very, very young. He needs to get some act right somehow. Maybe Lithuania is the place to get it. But I don't think that's. I think it's much ado about nothing. I wish we weren't talking about it in media and stuff like that. Because those guys, they're just not enough talent. I mean, the best player out of all y'all is still the worst shooter in the NBA.
Right. Yeah, and you know what, folks? I had thought that seeing their brother struggle would impress upon them the need to really work on your game because they saw how hard he worked to get where he is. You know what I mean? So I thought that it would kind of have the opposite effect. But you know what? Yeah, we may be witnessing sort of the 50 Cent issue that he had with a G Unit, where they would come on stage, right, and see all these people, and they really thought they was hot on their own, and 50 was trying to tell them, now, this is me. You're benefiting from my shine. You're not working hard enough.
Here to see Young Buck.
Yeah, but they weren't working hard enough to maintain that on their own, right? They were okay with receiving that side flow, and they couldn't differentiate in their mind the difference between 50's flow and 50's flow in their own. And I think that might be happening with these two. Orlando, what are your thoughts on these two as they go overseas? Do you think they'll play any meaningful minutes? Do you think it'll be beneficial for them, or do you think it'll end up being a detriment to them?
I think it'll be beneficial for them. Probably not on the case for putting to them on the path of being an NBA player, but I guess just seeing, like I said, just scaring them straight. Just making sure that they don't want to be in that position going forward.
Absolutely. They talked to previous players that played out there, and they said, look, I thought these kids last a month. You know, they're like, there's nothing in this town. There's a hotel, and there's the gym. They stay 10 minutes away from the gym. They were like, sometimes coach calls off practice, and they'll be outside playing soccer. It was like, it's crazy. And they said that the coach doesn't speak any English at all, and he doesn't even try. And they, you know, they like, once you get in his doghouse, it's over. They said he's a hard guy to play for. And another thing they said that I found very interesting is that it's a man's league over there. They said the first time Jello gets hit with a screen, he might quit. They said, you know, they said, no, seriously, they said it's like playing over there is like being in the UFC, they said. You know, they said really dirty screens, stuff like that. And, you know, we talked on the Sim Hangout for years and years and years how things are changing, right? It used to be the Europeans weren't tough enough. They weren't strong enough to play in the NBA. And now you got people coming from Europe having to lighten up the touch when they get to the NBA. Oh my goodness.
Dirty hell over there.
Oh man. So Matt, if this doesn't put them on the path for the NBA, which the consensus is, good points by Orlando, that it's not, what can they get out of this? What should they be trying to get out of this?
But I mean, learning how to be professionals, you know, at first. But I got to talk about the middle one. That's Jello, right?
Yeah.
D'Angelo. And Czar, you'll know what I'm talking about here. We all know he was going to UCLA. That was a package deal. We know, you know what I'm talking about. But they got Lonzo. That was all said and done. I don't want to comment too, because LiAngelo, man, that dude's a D3 prospect at best. He's not very good. I was watching his high school, like, he'll get 40 points, but he took 60 shots. Of course, he shoots off 40. So, I mean, he wasn't very, I mean, is he the worst player of all time? No, but UCLA, But, like, Melo has a chance because, I mean, going into this season, he was like the 7th ranked incoming junior in the country. Then he dropped down to 15th, and obviously he's not at Chino Hills. So he's got a chance. I don't think he'll play much. I think the physicality is going to get to him. But Rick Bucher was talking to Vino Udrih today on Sirius XM NBA Radio, and he said he thinks it'll be a good experience. They're going to learn to play that team game, which I think will help LaMelo because he's got a chance still because he's young. So we can't write him off yet. I think it'll be a much better experience for LaMelo than it will be for Melo. Because Melo's, I mean, he's going to learn. He can't just come down and jack 40-foot threes with that ugly jump shot.
Yeah.
That's not going to fly. He can't do that over there.
And one thing that's going to be beneficial to them, in my opinion, is playing against grown men. It's a different thing that happens when you play against grown men. It doesn't matter if they're the same, if they're worse athletically. It doesn't matter if they're worse basketball IQ-wise. Playing with grown men is different. It's a different vibe. It's a different feeling. There's a different approach. And I think that portion will be good for them, or at least for LaMelo, if he's going to have an opportunity to come back and go. But they've got to start taking this thing more serious. NBA is filled with people who are super, super talented. As I talked about before, they have some type of predatory advantage. Long arms, long legs, super tall and athletic, whatever it is. They have some combination of abilities to help them to get there. After that, it's about hard work. Right? So you got guys like Kobe and LeBron who have all the physical gifts in the world, but they work on their craft every single day. You can't skip steps. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that's what they learn overseas, is that you can't just skip steps. You can't cheat the game. You've got to go through the process. And I think if they can do that, if they can understand that, then LaMelo might have an opportunity. His name alone should give him a shot at some point. You know what I mean? It's just going to be on him whether he's ready to accept that and do something with it. All right, people. Just one more subject really quickly, and then that might be... No, let's see it. We've been trying to talk about Oladipo here for a minute. He's been on our schedule for some time. I want to get into Oladipo just briefly. In relation to Oladipo, and this is not going to turn into slandering... who's the point guard for the Thunder?
Russell Westbrook.
I don't even remember that boy's name. Russell Westbrook. This is not going to turn into Russell Westbrook's slander session, right? But what is it about Russell Westbrook's game that may not have allowed Oladipo to flourish there like he is in Indianapolis? Is there something about Westbrook's game? Is it something about the way that OKC played? Or is it just Oladipo's more prepared this year and now he's in a different opportunity? What do you think?
I think it's really clear that Oladipo just popped this year because Oladipo had a nearly identical year to what he had in Orlando, where there was no Russell Westbrook. And when we look at Kevin Durant, the complaint about Kevin Durant was never that he would be more productive elsewhere. He just wanted a different situation to play in. You look at Kevin Durant's stats, and he's a very, very, very high-volume offensive player, led the league in scoring, got MVP, playing next to Russell Westbrook. So what I think people are doing is correlating the problems the Thunder are having now with the success that Oladipo is having now. When it comes to Oladipo, what we always say on here, young player, he's saying it himself. He wasn't ready in Orlando. The pressure got to him. And by his words, this is his words, not mine, when he played with Russell Westbrook, he genuinely likes the guy. He says he's just one of the kindest people you actually meet, and that he learned so much about being a pro and being a team leader, being next to Russ. And he just took that to Indiana and was ready to take over at that point. I don't think, even if Oladipo was this person and you brought him back, he's not a good match for Westbrook, because they're both ball-dominant guys, and it makes a very undersized backcourt. So overall, so I don't think they're a good match, but I think that has nothing to do with him and Westbrook, because the fact of the matter is, the biggest problem with Thunder last year wasn't when Westbrook was on the floor, it was when the bench came on. And if Oladipo, he could be doing what Chris Paul's doing right now, which is, oh, you think we had a second unit? Well, Chris Paul is leaving, so you're dealing with basically another starting team. If Oladipo was this player last year, they would have done that last year. You know what I mean? But he's a young player. That's what happens. Young players pop.
All right. Where you at, franchise?
I kind of agree. I think I still maintain that I think Westbrook's a difficult guy to play with. I believe that Russell Westbrook is one of the best examples of a trap player. He is so good, but yet so flawed. But he's so good in his flaws that you're hesitant to change anything about the way he plays, because he is so productive, because he does do so many things well. But I don't think that he really does well when it's time to actually run an offense. And I mean, when I say that, I mean, bring the ball up the floor. You brought it up. Now initiate the ball movement. Okay, you're not driving to an assist. You're not driving to a shot. You're just simply getting the ball moving. You're simply now making sure that everybody on your team in the half-court set touches the ball on this particular possession. That's something that he still doesn't really flourish in. And he's so good and so dominant that when things get stagnant, I just get out where I got it. And 8.5 times out of 10, he can get a bucket or get to the line. You know, and because he's just that good. But so I think that that's part of it. But I do agree with Brooks. I do think stylistically those two guys are not a good match. Russell Westbrook is the type of dude and similar to LeBron, but not LeBron style to pretty much play with anybody if he would do all the things that he's capable of doing. But Russ is the type. Maybe Iverson's a better comparison.
Yes.
Russ needs to play with a team that is built totally around the way he attacks, the way he plays.
Or at least not the worst shooting in the league. We can start not having the worst three-point shooting.
He needs to play with a team that is stockpiled with shooters and Steven Adams.
Yeah.
Right. So I agree with that in terms of, that's the thing that frustrated me about watching Allen Iverson, is they would get somebody in, and then, you know, he can't play with him, get him out of here. And then they say, oh, he doesn't have enough talent. And they get somebody in, oh, he can't play with him either. You know, but the best team was a team with a bunch of nobody defenders in Allen Iverson. So I see what you're saying there.
Big difference. Westbrook averages double digits. So he is like Allen Iverson with great finishers. He still just didn't pass the ball a lot. The greatest quality of Iverson was he would get to the rim, miss a shot, with the whole defense collapsing on him, so you get an offensive rebound. Westbrook has legitimately turned into a very good passer. He creates very high, and he did it when Serge Ibaka was there too. Just a shame they got rid of him. There were very high percentage opportunities created based off of what Westbrook was doing, which is the big difference with him and Allen Iverson. So,
but he's got to. I think you're both right. And back to franchise's point is that he can only do that while Westbrooking, right?
Yes.
And that's an effective way to play. We're not saying that's not effective, but it may not be effective for Carmelo Anthony. It may not be effective for PG-13. You know what I mean? So you have to play his way, and he can get his numbers, and people can get high-quality shots. But
yeah, I think the biggest problem with the Thunder in terms of that dynamic is actually not PG, because PG's isolation stuff looks fine with Westbrook on the floor. It's the fact that both Melo and Westbrook have a key flaw in their off-ball movement. They both stand there. But Melo, it's even worse because he doesn't set screens. He just walks to the area where the screen is supposed to be set and walks away. He did it with the
worst screener in the NBA. If you guys are not watching off ball, I'm sorry, folks, but if you watch OKC play, just watch Carmelo. He can't set a screen to save his life. If his life depended on it, he would die right there on the floor. Damn. Always trying to get the ball. You know, and coaches will tell you the best way to get open is to set a good screen. right? That's how you get open, because you seal that man off. They got to switch or do something, and then you end up open. But he doesn't believe in that. He's used to kind of having the ball come back to him. Go ahead, folks. Pray for you.
No, that was pretty much it. And so I think working, and again, I point back to Durant. Durant was also at times an isolation player. And that's what he didn't like. He doesn't like the pressure of having to be the #1 isolation player on a team to win. He likes to be able to take time away from it. We're hearing this from a lot of guys. But as an isolation player, Durant was highly effective playing next to Russell Westbrook. So we've seen that before. So I really think there are flaws with this team that they have. And there are flaws in Westbrook's game that add to it. But I don't think that was holding Oladipo back. I think Oladipo just was working hard in the summer, and this is when he popped.
I agree with that. I don't think it held him back.
I think that's true of Melo and the Knicks.
I actually think it helped him more than it held him back. I think it really showed him how to be a lead #1 scoring guy.
That's what he says. That's what he says. You know.
Yeah, I agree with both of you. That was going to be my point, and we'll start to wrap it up. Big Mama's playing the wrap-up music right here. Is that he wouldn't be the player he was without going through the experience in OKC. Whether or not he was a great fit, you can argue that. But he became the player he was because of the situation that he was in. That's right. And that led to him being able to do that along with improving over the summer. You know, he got better in the area. He saw the areas he needed to improve. He improved in those areas. And then he got to a place where they had enough shots and they could just hand him the basketball if he can get it away from Lance. Once he gets it away from Lance, he's got it.
And I think he's playing great. Like I'm so glad that we got another All-Star in the East, because we thought that was the narrative, right? Like all the All-Stars went to the West, and it would be bad. It would be bad All-Star game and everything. We got Porzingis jumping up. We got Giannis stepping up. We got all of those guys in Philadelphia looking really good. Covington included. Shout outs to D Philly.
JJ Redick.
You know, I don't know if I mentioned him. Obviously, Porzingis is playing well. Matt, you lucky I can't. For that JJ Redick
has been. JJ Redick has been.
I said
Brett Brown.
Stars.
Brett Brown even said he's been their MVP this year. Not their best, but he's been their most. But to talk about Aaron Gordon, another one, right?
Yeah, Aaron Gordon's been great. Bradley Beal's been great. I mean, he's been good for a while, but he's getting more recognition now that John's been hurt. They've won some games with him as the lead, and really not much else going on. So yeah, I think the East is looking better. Oladipo is a big part of it because he's going to be a star in Indy for a while. And as a Knicks fan, I always like it when Indy's competitive because I've always enjoyed their rivalries with the Knicks, with Detroit, and with the Bulls. That's always been one of my favorite parts of the season, even to some lesser degree to the Celtics. So I think Indiana is a great basketball city, and it sucks when they're not good. And I'm glad they're not as terrible.
Yes.
All right, wrap it up. Music being played by our producer, Big Mama. All right, let's move on, man. We've been putting this one off for a minute. It's so hard. I'm really disappointed with my selection. We're talking about best rap song in the year 2000.
Yes.
And I don't know if you guys had the same issue. Orlando, we're going to come to you first, but one second. Because I don't listen to a lot of hip-hop today, right? I listen to stay relevant to see what's coming out, but I don't enjoy that all that much. I thought I was doing the same thing in 2000. I was apparently wrong. Because there is a crap load of songs in 2000 that I was like, oh man, this could be, this could be, you know what I'm saying? So this was hard, man. I was putting this thing off. I just closed my eyes and threw it dark, and I picked one. Orlando Till, best rap, we're talking hip-hop rap song, year 2000. What you got, Orlando?
Get Low by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
Woo! Hey, if you guys are not down south, that song was everywhere. Everywhere. And I have to say that living in Georgia definitely influenced my opinion. I think I got some stuff on my list that's more regional because it was huge out here. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys was huge. I can understand from a popularity standpoint, that thing was everywhere. It was, oh my God. They was almost playing it in church. All right. Matty Ice.
All right. I'm glad you mentioned, you did the little Raucous Records mention. I got to go Mos Def, Pharoah Monch, and Nate Dogg, Oh No.
Ooh.
Oh no. Yes. Yes.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I can't argue against that. Franchise, I'm going to save you for last. What you got, Books Nelson? 2000.
It's interesting because 2000 was actually the year I started to get back into rap. I hadn't listened to rap at all pretty much since the 36 Chambers. Occasionally, like a Busta Rhymes or something like that will come up. I would listen to it. But as guys know, I'm a guitar player. You're going to be able to see one in the back there. It's a bass guitar right there. I was listening to heavy metal. So I was working at the stock market in the late 90s, and this guy put me on to Eminem. And I heard it, and he was actually doing the raps himself. Right? So I wasn't even hearing the songs. I was hearing some Puerto Rican kid do that. I would like it. So when I joined up the art studio that I was in, I had picked up this record and started listening to it kind of long. And it was Eminem. And Criminal was probably the one that I like as my number one, just because it encapsulates what he was doing in terms of bringing shock rock, like Marilyn Manson and stuff like that, into rap. And he says it on the track. I'm saying outrageous things, and you can't handle it, even though I'm telling you it's part of a persona. It's actually in the lyrics of the song, and people still miss it, and it's still all over. So, Criminal from Eminem, Marshall Mathers.
All right, we got a nice variety. I'm liking this. Franchise, what you got? I'm really interested to see what you pick. If you struggle, tell me what your 1B and 1C is. But what's your 1?
I did struggle, and because the problem is, you know, like I'm a hardcore hip hop fan. Like the fact when Orlando, I love you like a play cousin, but when you said Get Low by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, I almost threw up in my mouth. Because that's the type of hip hop that makes me want to not ever say it's hip hop. It's bad. That's like MC Hammer with gold with a gold front. That's what that is. Yeah. But hey, you know, you like it, I love it. But so like I'm not gonna go through this whole list, but I had 19 songs.
You got one?
Huh?
You got one. He gets 1 A, B, and C.
So
one.
Right. Here's my he said I did 1 A, B, and C. So
no, that's Matt. Yeah,
that's what Zar
said it. So my 1C is Dan by Eminem.
Ooh, good thing.
That song is what really made me know he was special. Like I said, okay, because I really don't care for him.
There's a lot of people you don't care for the franchise, but continue on.
Man, I don't like it when 40-year-old people act like they got 18-year-old problems. But that song is an absolute genius. Genius. It really is. My 1B is relatively, you know, you may or may not have heard it. It's called My Rights, and it's on De La Soul's AOI Bionics album. The album has My Rights, Foolin', a song called Set the Mood with this very underrated female MC named Lee. It's a great song, but My Rights. But my number one is, and I think this is my number one because it's anthemic. Dead Prez, hip hop.
Woo! Well done.
That song is like, man, one thing about music, when it hits you.
If you feel no pain.
That's game.
Yeah.
Oh my God, when that song comes on, I don't care what you're doing. You could be mopping your floor. You start mopping your floor like that. Oh, clean.
That's a good song. That's a good song.
Something about it.
It's a good song. I like that. I went with So Fresh, So Clean, Outkast.
Oh, Outkast, yes.
It's on my list.
Oh, man. Yes. And, you know, I was joking about Orlando's song. I personally know of a church service that turned that into a gospel song.
I believe it. I not stopped.
So Fresh, So Clean, man. Oh, man, that would just seem like the anthem about 2000, man.
Ain't nobody know us, Jesus.
You know it, please.
Love Jesus.
So I got Outkast, man. It was tough. Now, I wanted to put some 99s in the running. I had You Got Me by The Roots, Erykah Badu and Eve. Yeah. Oh man, that's a jam. That's a jam. And then Rough Riders Anthem by DMX.
Top.
Oh, you know, I was a little bit more aggressive in those days, and boy, when the X came home. Oh man! So some of my rap picks, because I have a wide variety of hip hop I like to listen to, right? But sometimes I just want to hear somebody talk some noise, talk some good, aggressive. I'll punch you in the mouth. I'll stab your eyes out. It's like watching Scarface for me. You know what I mean? Like I just like hearing people put together some good junk talk and some rap. So DMX was on there for me, but that was tough. Next week we're gonna get 2001. If you have something. If you don't have for 2001, then bring something earlier. But 2001.
We was doing all 5.
No, not tonight. Not tonight. We're going to do it. I thought we spread it out. Okay. We spread it out. Next week we hit 01. So I want to hear from the chat room what they got best rap song 2001. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we shut it down this evening? Nope. Well, there it is then. All right, family. It has been my pleasure to hang out with you this week. I didn't wish you guys a good Friday. Good Friday to you. Good Star Wars release.
Yes. Go see it.
Friday. Go see the movie. I went with the kids today. It was an enjoyable time. Books, while I was sitting there, I couldn't help but think, and I don't know if you said this on the show or after the show, but you talked about the movies being like church. Like the movies ain't going nowhere. And when I was sitting in the theater, man, that's the people was clapping, we was all clapping together, we was cheering, I was like, yeah, this is like church. You know what I'm saying? So all I could think about is how you made that analogy, man, and you were absolutely right. That was an experience. It was something that we wanted to experience that together. You know what I mean? And in fact, when we got done, because I think I had 5 or 6 of the kids with me. I think 2 didn't go. So I had 6 of the kids with me. And there were 2 brothers about my age sitting in front of me, right? And when they got up, they turned around, they said, look, man, we got a whole new generation of Star Wars fans. And the other brother said, let the rebellion live on. Like, yeah, man, you don't feel that community sitting there watching that at home by yourself.
I think as people, we're going to need that for a long time. You might need it now more than we used to. Everybody being at home and the internet all the time. So I don't think they're going anywhere because I think intrinsically we understand this.
Yeah. So that was great, man. Just a little insight from the Sim Hangout. But before we close, man, I want to thank our guest, Orlando Teal, for rocking with us tonight. Orlando, you did a fantastic job, my brother. Any parting shots for you, shout outs, and where can the people find you, Orlando?
Yes, shout out to all the people at Rated Sim, all of the people, Muse, Henson, and all the people at Unquestionably Raw Podcast.
Yes. Before you get out of here, I gotta ask you because I roll with Rated Sim. I play on 2 Rated Sim teams.
Hey.
Where you at? What position? What do you do? We got a shortage of power forwards. Shooting guard.
Wing position, shooting guard, small forward, power forward.
You gotta get in these streets, man.
Yeah.
You on PS4, right? You ain't on the Xbox. Yeah. Okay. And you good to go.
PlayStation 4. Get out there and rock with us, Orlando. And where can the people find you, Orlando?
Yeah, you can follow me at Orlando Till _ between T, and there we go.
All right, that's what's happening. Orlando been rocking with us a long time, man. Big Mama picked his name out. Always see Orlando Till's name in the chat. It's been that way since our very first show. Shouts out to my man Orlando. Matty Ice, man, what's going on with you, man? Where can the people find you?
You can find me at Matt UQR Podcast on Twitter. Shout out to all of Sim Nation. Like Orlando's Pete Toll, my guy Mike Skills, got DJ Gonzo Star, my guy Byron. We were gonna do one on Tuesday, but of course, like 2 of my 3 guests had to cancel. So I'm looking at getting something this week. Hopefully, it can work out for us. But I had a good one. We're gonna do our little power rankings thing, top, MVP candidates, all that good stuff. So just shout out to everybody. I appreciate the love there, Orlando, man. I appreciate that.
All right, that's what's up. Franchise Play, a.k.a. Mazik, a.k.a. Franchise Play. Good sir, we appreciate you coming out and rocking with the peoples, bringing the comedy and the quality comments. I gotta give it to you. We like talking bad about you, brother, but you're good. You're good. Where can the people find you?
I noticed that. It's okay, though. I'm going to be all right. You know, about what people say. You know what?
Ryan's a big boy. He can handle it.
I can worry about it. So, you can find me at Unique Mazik. And on Forbes, you can, you know, if you Google my name in Forbes, then you'll see the writer profile. The next thing that'll go up will be my 10 things that you should know about UFC on Fox 26. I already put out my odds, predictions, and previews and DraftKings advice for it. So check that out if you get an opportunity. And that'll be about it. Actually, there's a fight this weekend as well with David Lemieux against Billy Joe Saunders. It's a middleweight championship fight. The only other title that Golovkin doesn't have, Billy Joe Saunders has. So David Lemieux's fighting for that this weekend. So check that out. And because I'll be all over that too.
All right, that's what's up. B. Mazik, bringing you the real inside stuff. He gave you some information that he hasn't even wrote an article about. You're getting it fresh here at the Sim Hangout. Books Nelson, man, any work coming out? Where can the people find you? Any shout out?
Nothing to announce at this time. That's my line every week. Y'all can find me at NelsonBlake2. And on PS4, I'm always running with the Rita Sim guys. I'm not announcing my PSN up here anymore. I get some crazy requests because of the show. Real quick. Di Gold was running around in the neighborhood, and somebody from the neighborhood was like, "Yo, I recognize you from the Sim Hangout."
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's in the streets now, man. So, shout out to everybody watching the podcast and rolling with us in the chat, watching after we get a chance to catch up. Definitely means a lot to us because this is, for my week, always, no matter what kind of week I'm having, just one of the most positive things in the world. Love rolling with these guys. You know, even though they encourage Mystique with the Bulls, even that, still I enjoy it.
Right by me and everything you
Hey, them two right there, Czar, that's like the odd couple.
And as always, shout out to Big Mama. She definitely kept us on target this time. You know what I mean? So that we got a lot of topics in this time.
All right, that's what's up. That's our show for tonight, family. I want to, again, thank everybody who watches the show, even the people that don't have something positive to say. If you spent time watching the show, we appreciate you coming through. I want to thank everybody in the chat room. Let's give our parting chat shout-outs. Pete Toll, Drake Keys, Side Gold Killer, Justin, I see you, family. Dangerous, D Block in the building, Craig Smith, Smurfing Dirt, Los X23. Real 2K Insider, what's going on, Greedy? Mr. Raw Deal, congratulations, Raw Deal, won our chat member of the month or whatever I called it. Dinner and a movie from Sim Nation. Hopefully he went to see a good show. Who else we got in here? Dangerous Close, okay. I'm starting to see the same names there. If you came in earlier, my bad. There's a lot of people in here chatting, and the chat just, I could scroll for days. So if I missed you, I'll get you next week. Shouts out to everybody again, like Book said, who watches the show, whether you watch it live or whether you watch it on replay, especially people that watch and comment. You know, I go through, I talk to people in the comments. Also, we have people that moderate for the channel. So if you want me to see what you're talking about, I suggest you don't pop up and call me an idiot, say I don't know what I'm talking about, talk about my mama, stuff like that, because the moderators will take that off. So, just act like you got some sense, act like you got some home training. And let's have a conversation, man, about whatever's happening. Ain't no more home training. But let's have a conversation, man. And one of the reasons I'm out here is because I really believe that the greatest ideas come in some form from the community. So you can't really get those if you're not interacting with people. I don't expect all interactions to be positive, but they can be respected. You know what I mean? When I'm offering you my opinion, you can check the dates on these videos. I've been doing these videos, talking about video games in depth for many, many years now. Been in the industry for quite a few years now, so I have some insight. Not that everything I say is correct, but I'm not just pulling stuff out of my ass either. So, I respect you as a person. Just respect me as a person and say, hey, I disagree with what you said. No problem. Let's have a discussion about it. That's what the Sim Hangout is all about, man. We want to have a forum where we could talk openly about things going on in the game. Whether it be 2K, whether it be it's live, sometimes we talk a little bit. But one thing that you're not going to see me do is to come on and trash 2K. I think people are kind of waiting or wanting me to do that. That is not going to happen. All you have to do is go to YouTube and type in 2K18, and you can see all of the trashing and vilification of 2K that you want. It's out there, family. It's not. And I know some guys that really like live always come saying like nobody talks bad about 2K. You must not be following Gonzo Star. Like you don't have internet service, so sometimes when I talk about 2K. What I'm doing is just talking about some of the things that those videos don't talk about. In a Star Wars, we can bring balance to the Force, as it were. Or some of the things that might be overlooked. Or I'm giving you my opinion on why something may not be correct. It's not that I'm making an excuse. I'm telling you the information that when I used to be in the community, we said, why don't they tell us why X and X it does this? And then I come tell you, oh, you making up excuses. I'm telling you that I'm giving you the real spit. Right? Because, look, these 1,000 views is not going to move no copies of 2K. We're not trying to sell copies of 2K here on the Sim Hangout, right? If our game depends on these 1,000 views to sell copies, we in big trouble. So, again, we love the community, man. We love interacting with you. We get some of our best content coming from the community. So if you got stuff you want to hear us talk about, man, Brian Mazeek's going to come up with a hashtag that we can use. He gave us license to use the Ask Something technique to have people call into the show or to ask questions. So if you want to hear the opinions of crazy people, send us something, and I guarantee these boys will not leave you lonely on a Friday night with your opinion not being answered. So until next week, are we coming back next week? We are. Are we not? Oh yeah. Until next week. Yes, your man Nazar, the president of the Sim Nation, reminded you, do not go to the dark side, family. Just don't do it. Stay in the light. Stay in the light with the Sim Nation. And we out. If I can find the front.
Let's go, Oliver Depot.
Oh, here we go. What's happening, family? It's your man Nazar. Welcome to Sim Hangout episode number 82. Sorry for the short delay. And I'm going to put it, believe it or not, Books was here at 9:59 and 30 seconds. The problem child with today's show is none other than Unique Mazeek himself. And he ain't even on camera right now to defend himself.
There it is.
Oh, man. We are the Sim Nation. This is the Sim Hangout. If this is your first time joining us, welcome home, as I like to say. We talk about basketball, video games, and life, and where they do and do not intersect. And if you're slow, that means we can talk about anything, and it's still on topic. That's all that means. I want to introduce my panel, my co-hosts, my crew, my peoples. Let's start first off with my man Matt Miller, a.k.a. Matty Ice, H-Town's finest, and host of the Unquestionably Raw podcast. How you doing this evening, Matt?
Not too bad. A little bit under the weather, but I'll be all right.
All right, we're going to lift you up, brother. We're going to put you on our shoulders and carry you across the finish line.
Yes.
Next to Matt is my man Brian Mazeek, a.k.a. Franchise Play, featured writer for Forbes, creator of one of the dopest Legends rosters you can get your hands on. And as I always say, brother creates some hilarious, fantastic content. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing outstanding. I'm blessed and highly favored.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the choir said amen. And next up, we got my man Nelson Blake. He is an artist, a writer, a musician, and a mentor, holds a degree from Good Brother University. Please welcome Nelson Blake II. How you doing, folks?
Fantastic. What's up, Sim Nation? How y'all doing?
All right, Sim Nation, we are here. We are in the building. We have introduced everybody. What's going on with y'all this week? Is there anything going on? Yeah, I know you got something to say, B-Music. What's going on with you?
Well, man, look. Well, I did go play basketball today.
We got to hear about this.
Yeah, I played 5 games. I don't know what happened. Well, first of all, I was on fire. Let's first start there. You know, I always know when I'm on fire when I hear a murmur on the court. Somebody go, man, they took the shoot. And that's when I'm like, I heard you, Pooh. I heard you. The doggone Skippy, I can shoot it. So, you know, I was on fire. But after the games, man, I felt like I had been wrestling 7 large people. I don't know why I was so tired and so sore dude, it was insane. I had just played, what, Tuesday, I think, but it was a different type of thing. I don't know what I was doing. I don't. But some dude did come out there that looked like Boogie Cousins. I'm telling you, he looked just like Boogie. And so I kept, and I knew I was in trouble because the first thing he said when he first got on the court was, "I'm home on deployment." I said, "Oh Lord, here it come." I mean, he had so many tats all up his arm. I'm talking about, I could have a degree after his left arm. I would just everything was written all over it. I said, man, but he wasn't really that good, though. He was just strong. He was pushing people a lot. I said, bro, you know you can't push people in the back with two hands, right? I just was trying to figure out if you knew. Yeah, I'm home on deployment. That's the answer to everything. I said, man, you a wide open jump shot. I'm home on deployment.
That's how the specialists play hoop, man. They get a little physical with you, man.
And then I asked him, I said, well, dude, what you do, you know, in the service, you know, everybody got a job, right? I'm thinking he's finna say, you load up the missiles or something, you know? Yeah, I'm a dietitian. I'm on with the cross. Come on, brother. That muscle, you in there with Brussels sprouts? I don't think the Army is properly utilizing your talent.
In like my last year seriously playing ball, there's a guy on traffic named Richard Jeter. I don't know if y'all know who he was in college.
I heard of him.
Yeah, and I was playing against him at this like fitness club. And it was fine. It was, you know, I was actually helping him work out for the track. Because they saw like I could dribble and like, no, he's supposed to guard you for a while. And after that, the 5v5 breaks out. And there's this body, we in a fitness club, and there's always a swole up dude who can't play at all. He gets tired in 61 seconds. And the only thing he has energy to do is foul you. Like, I just like, I can't even figure out when I'm watching it. Like, he running into you, making contact no matter what. And that's just like, I hate playing against that dude. I hate it. Like, when them football players that be getting on the basketball court can't do nothing but hurt you.
Oh, man, and they steady be getting on the court, man. One day when I bring my pop on, man, I had to have him tell you about the time he played, I think it was against Franco Harris in the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was at, there's this club in Las Vegas. It used to be, it's closed now. It used to be called the Sporting House. And all the famous people, everybody would go there and they would work out. So he played against them one day. So I'm not going to spoil that story. I'm going to let Pop tell y'all when he come on. But the football players are something else. And every last one of them swear they can play. Every last one.
Very rarely the case.
Oh, man. Let me get to the shout-out section, man. Shouts out to Big Mama, producer of all things Sim Nation. My brother Kooshmere, man. We ain't shout out Kooshmere in a minute. Shouts out to Kooshmere. My man, Shoe Collector, come home. Come home, Shoe Collector. K. Dre and Pete Toll, Sage Infinite, Crazy Girl 84, Shoe Collector, Shady 00018, Lil Spaz, my man NYC The Future and Online Nation, Dangerous D-Blocks, Facial Jones, a.k.a. East West Baller. And I got to give a special shout out, man. I ain't been shouting out Big Cam. And that is a sin of great proportion in Sim Nation. I hadn't seen his name across the timeline in a while, and Big Cam just turned into I think he's a 92 on the...
He's definitely a 92. Big Cam, tell him, before we came on the show, he was giving these boys that work.
So shouts out to the big homie, man. We meant no disrespect. And to everybody, man, Serge Jam, all these guys have been rocking with us for a long time, fam. I just ain't seen the names for a minute in the chat, but we still represent you. You still represent us, Sim Nation all day. Shouts out to our YouTube family, man. People that watch the show, they don't watch it live, no problem. We appreciate you watching and commenting and liking the videos when you see them. Shouts out to my man Tim Washington, the one Mr. Ham, J. Mark God, NYC The Future, and your boy D. Johnson, Animal 07, Timothy Webb, and Mob for Life. And last week we talked about who was your least favorite player. And I don't think I had an answer for that one. And I saw somebody play just the other day, and I was like, that's him. Corey Brewer. He owns the trashiest 50-point game in NBA history. Oh my goodness. I can't stand him. I hate his beard. I hate his game. I hate everything he stands for on the basketball court except playing hard, which he does do. Corey, when I said bring the show back. Turn the show back on.
Hey, sorry, Houston would love you for that because they hate his ass too. And hey, you know they're mad because he put 21 up on them the other night.
Man, Corey Brewer is one of them dudes that no matter how much money you get, he's still a broke. I'm trying to tell you, he just got one of them I've been through it faces. He just got this all the time. He was like, I have been touched. We go told on the free. I mean, he just got a whole spiritual look.
No matter how much money he gave, you always look broke.
Let's go.
I'm talking about he just, the little scraggly side. He got chops 7.
That's hard. Wait.
It's tough being Corey Brewer. He took it as a kid. I'm telling you, in lunchroom, the little bad kid over at the corner, he better trip over his lunch right now. Look at Corey.
But you know what that reminds me of is remember we were talking on the show and I was like, it's so hard to win a game in the NBA because you go to a town or somebody comes to you and somebody shows up tonight that ain't good. That's what happened to the Rockets. Corey Brewer decided tonight's my night, damn it. They leaving him open in the corner. He ain't gonna hit that. He's hitting shots. That's why it's so hard to win in the NBA, man, because you never know who's gonna decide to show up tonight. You know what I mean?
Bobblehead night.
And it just happened to Boston. Beasley just gave him 30 for 12.
Handing out business work.
Knicks looking solid. You heard what Kyrie said about Frank?
No, what did he say?
He said he's a great defender. His length is impressive. His wingspan is impressive. He's got quick hands and is a very challenging defender. He's looking forward to playing against him throughout the rest of the year.
That's what's up.
And he looked like Rudy Gay.
Yeah, he do like Rudy Gay.
But Porzingis had 1 point in that game. He was 0 for 11 from the field.
And we still won.
I don't know if he had tied one on the night before. I'm talking, he couldn't shoot a skittle in the ocean.
Yeah, it was off. It was crazy. Because it wasn't even bad. He wasn't even playing bad from an offensive perspective until the ball don't go.
Yeah, and he said so many cuss words in Latvian that he was like, I said, what did he say? He said, it's my bad.
Oh, man. Well, another thing we talked about last week, I want to give a shout out to the chat room, man, is we had about player names that remind you of your favorite era of NBA basketball. There were some good ones in there. Big Fitness 45 said UA Blob. That's a good name.
Oh, God. Indiana, baby.
Oh.
Indiana.
Those were the days when you just had to be tall. He was in there. And Greg Smith had 2 good ones. I can't remember what we brought him up. We probably did Mad Max, Vernon Maxwell, and Ronnie Cycling. Come on home. What's going on, Greg Smith, Big Business? We see you, family. Sago Killer joining us in the chat. Orlando Killer. Hey, shouts out to Orlando who did a fantastic job last week joining us on the panel. We see you, Orlando. He's back again this week. Anthony A, we see you, fam. Drake Key in the building moderating things. Let's see. Did I ask y'all about No, I'm not going to ask you about that. Oh, also, in the links, last week, Mazik and I talked UFC Fight Night 26. Now, some of that video is blurred, but it's some good analysis in there from Mazik. If you could just sit the blurry part. But we got the link right now in the description. So if you want to see me and D. Mazik talking fisticuffs because Books was too nice to join us.
Yo, what the fuck? I didn't get an invite.
Huh?
I didn't get an invite.
No, get out of here.
No, you know what? He's probably right. He's right because there was a miscommunication there because I thought only you were joining. So I only sent it to Czar. But I would have sent it to everybody.
That's not what he said, y'all. He told me, Czar, you the most important piece here. I'm sending it to you. Now, this is a new story now. I didn't hear this. This is new.
He lied. Telling a hot lie. But you know what? I did want to say something about Vernon Maxwell. You know why I used to love Vernon Maxwell? Because when I was younger, who in the world desires to play like Vernon Maxwell when you're me? I did. I had a Vernon Maxwell Rockets jersey. And the whole reason why was because I love the fact that he was not afraid of Mike. Whenever they played Jordan, he just went nuts. He was like, I'm going to show you who ain't the best ball-head black man out here, baby. And
Xavier McDaniel was like that too.
Man, it was, I love that I was like, and he was streaky as a shooter like me. You know, because as a kid, I'd hit 10 in a row and I'd miss 12. It didn't matter. And I love that.
I like that. Bobby Jackson.
Yeah.
I loved, like talking about loving a bench player.
Yes.
When he came into the game, I was like glued to the TV waiting to see him. And it reminded me of Vernon.
Yeah, I don't know why like that's the reason why I love John Starks.
Yeah.
It was the same because John Starks wasn't afraid of Mike. Obviously he wasn't anywhere as good as Mike, but he wasn't afraid. And when he played against Mike, he took it like, come on. You know what I mean? And I really admired that.
Yeah, he got better competing against Mike.
Yeah, because I'll never forget the left-hand dunk he dunked on the entire city of Chicago. He dunked on everybody in Chicago. And can nobody say they didn't get, nobody who was on the floor can say they didn't get dunked on that play. It was, and the dunk wasn't even hard. He just kind of slightly caressed the rim when he dunked it, but he was so high. And it was a left-hand dunk, too. It was insane.
Hey, you know what I haven't seen? This is a little bit off topic, but Michael Jordan had the easiest lift off of the ground of anybody that I really have seen in a long time. Like a lot of guys who jump high, they get a lot of exposure. If you saw Mike, he just float off it. Like it's something when you have other NBA players call you air. Like they was calling them that. Yeah, man, air is nice. You know what I mean? Like I haven't seen that from jump. Just something y'all talking, man. Just brought that to my memory. And also when Mike jumps, look at where he lands. He covers a tremendous amount of distance on his layups, the dunks, everything. If you watch where he lands at, man, that brother had some ups.
It was weird. Like he had a special athletic gift about jumping because it was more than just how high, how fast, how far. It was special. It was almost like watching Michael Jackson dance, right? Like you could go to somebody else who was a better technical dancer, but Mike was clearly adding musicality into every little thing. And with Jordan, it was like that. It was like not only did he jump, but he also got the most out of his jumps compared to other people who jump. He didn't just jump to dunk or jump to layup or jump to rebound. It was like a whole different thing.
M1, let's go.
I haven't seen since then, even though for me Vince Carter's the greatest dunker of all time. In terms of like jumping game, I think Mike still has the best jumping game of all time.
Yes, I would absolutely 100% agree.
I would take his layup package today.
That layup, I think it's next. When he goes before, he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dude, I still ain't seen nothing like that.
Dude, the cabbage patch with the ball.
And they couldn't believe it. Like once he got past the third guy, they're like, "What's these folks doing in the air, man? Come on!"
He let it go into right almost when he's about to hit the ground.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, oh my God, dude. And that layup against the Lakers in the finals was absolutely unnecessary, but it was so beautiful.
Unnecessary, but beautiful.
That's the case of the game.
He could have dunked that ball, but he was like, nah.
And is there anybody in today's game that has those type of moments for you, where you're like, wow? Because when Mike did it, we were seeing stuff we hadn't really seen before. At least let me speak for myself. That you were rewinded a whole bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody in today's game do that?
Not today for me necessarily, right? It's very sick. I would say as a shooter, Steph has those moments.
True.
It's just not from an athletic standpoint, but as a shooter, I see Steph do something and it just feels impossible that he could do.
I see LeBron do things from a speed power combination standpoint. Like I've watched more LeBron games than I can even begin to count. But just this last game against the Bulls, last night, there was just some play. And there's always some plays in the game where you go, well, nobody can do about that. You just gotta say, well, yeah, he said that was gonna go down, and it wasn't. I mean, because when he goes and plays bully ball, and you're trying to defend his speed off the dribble, but then once he gets his left shoulder on this side of your chest, you might as well stop running.
I think LeBron is the greatest athlete to play the game that I've seen. And keep in mind, whenever I say something like that, I'm only talking after the merger. I don't comment on people before the merger.
Yeah.
Right? It's a different game. But post-merger, in the NBA era that I consider the modern era, LeBron is the hands-down greatest athlete I've ever seen by a good distance, which is incredible considering who we've had in the league. But the only thing that LeBron does that impresses me in a never-seen-it-before kind of way, I've never seen anybody that strong, that great of a passer. So when he passes the ball, he'll pass it across the entire court, and it'll look like he passed it from the free throw line to the basket. But he'll pass it from the half court to the corner three on the opposite side, and just bam, like it's instantly there in the perfect spot. And you just have to be like, hey, I don't know if anybody in NBA history can make that pass.
Yeah, I'd say, dude, I say it all the time. And by me being a Chicagoan, and we're supposed to hate him, but I don't. As a matter of fact, he's my second favorite player. We don't have to go into my first, but
glory, hallelujah.
He's my second favorite player in the league, and it's simply off of the fact that I can appreciate absolute greatness. I mean, the dude does stuff that if you love basketball and you're gonna sit up here and watch him and say you didn't say whoa, come on, man. I
think this is his best year.
Yeah, this in the second Miami year is right there. It's right there. But this year I almost want to agree, because for him to be doing what he's doing, having dealt with as many injuries on that roster as they've had to deal with. I mean, he's barely. I mean, Calderon is actually really balling, and I know Jose Calderon is looking like, why couldn't I have played with that dude? Because everything that I may not be able to do from an athletic standpoint, he makes that not matter. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't guard that well. The smaller point guards give Calderon. I've always given Calderon a problem. Well, this dude covers so much ground defensively that he can kind of almost erase some of that.
And let's be real, anybody who plays point guard gives Calderon a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody.
Yeah. Everybody, but you're absolutely right. He makes up for so much of Calderon's mistakes. I think it's his best year because the year that he shot really well in Miami, it's because with Bosh and Wade and them getting so used to that system, he was getting great three-point looks, but he could really tee it up all the time. And he didn't even have to take that many. Whereas now, he's shot as a part of his arsenal under pressure moments. And it's just pretty,
Mike Tyson, Undisputed Truth, and he's now with us exclusively along with the show's director, Spike Lee. Good morning, men.
Good morning.
It's great to have you here.
Glad to be here.
Especially great to have you for your first time in the studio, Mike.
No, I've been here with Brian Gumble in 586.
Oh.
I've been here for a while. You're not going to throw me under the bus.
No. You're live here.
1992. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You know you're a real prick, though, right?
What? What's that?
You're a real prick. You take me with all this disgusting pictures.
No, but if you don't want to comment on it, don't.
I will comment on it, but you're a prick.
No, I didn't. I'm just trying to. We're trying to. If you don't want to comment on it, you don't have to.
comment on it, but you're a prick. I'm just letting you know. Continue.
I just we're coming back here.
You're unsensitive. You have no sensitivity to anything. I'm not. It doesn't affect me. When I say you have no sensitivity, you don't know how to affect me.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. It's just that your life is at the point I was making, Mike, and I'm going to ask you about it.
All right, and I can give you my opinion, what I think about you.
All right, well, your life has been shown on the cover of a magazine. That's something.
Okay, go ahead. Give me the next one.
We know you're a convicted rapist. This could hurt his campaign. How would you respond to that? Hey, I don't know who said that. You're the only one I heard say that. Life, highs and lows. So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, fuck you.
Yo.
You're my TV. I don't care. What are you gonna do about it? All right.
I would love to spend more time with you. You are an incredible guy. Thank you so much.
What the hell did you put me on the show for?
But I put you on the show in case you want to talk about your series. We talked for a long time, actually.
I know, but we talked for a long time off the camera.
The new show, Mike Tyson Mysteries, airs every Monday
Don
night.
Lemon's full of
On Adult Swim. Thank you, Mike Tyson.
Is it nerve-wracking for you to do something like this, or is it more nervous for you to box? How does it compare? I don't know. It's more nerve-wracking for me to hear us talking to a rat piece of shit. I don't want to like it. No, because you're a piece of shit. All right, really now. We're gonna wrap this interview. Thank you for coming in.
You said things like before fights about your opponents. I want to punch him on the tip of the nose and drive his bone up through his brain. You know what? I was a young kid then. I'm 43 years old. You know, I used to dwell on something I said at 20 years old, or 21 years old, or 19 years old. I'm 43. What do you want to get from this interview? I want to see how much you changed, Mike. You're a different person now, aren't you? I don't know if I am or not. I don't want to be the person I was, but I don't know. Change comes in time. Change comes really in time. You're irritating me now. I guess I did change because I'm not assailing you.
Mike, Francois Botha, 6-1 underdog. Are there any concerns on your part?
I don't know anything about that. I don't know nothing about numbers. I just know what I can do. How about kill this mother?
Okay. How about the 19 non-small?
What about it? What about it?
Does it pose any problem to you?
We'll see. I doubt it seriously.
You shot the fuck out.
You take into the ring a lot of rage. Does that work for you, or does it work against you at times?
You know, who cares? We're in a fight anyway. What does it matter?
Well, for example, rage against Vander Holyfield worked against you.
Well, it. It's a fight. So whatever happens, happens.
Mike, why do you talk like that?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
You know what? I think we'll end the discussion right now.
You could.
You got it. Have a nice fight, Mike.
Go off. You're irritating me right now because I feel like you're evoking stuff from the past. That stuff is 15, 20 years ago.
But it's made you, has it not made you the man you are now?
No, it didn't make me. It's just part of life, you know. I'm just an individual that has, I don't know, magnifying glass on me. I don't know. We don't know who you are.
Stand fight in the second round, which opened the gash on your eye. Tell us about that first one.
He butted me in the first round, but then he butted me again in the second round. Then as soon as he butted me, I watched him. He had me holding and he looked right at me, and I saw him and he was going for it, and he kept going for it, and he butted me again. He kept going and coming up, and he charged into me. And no one warned him, no one took any point for him. What am I to do? This is my career. I can't continue getting butted like that. I got children to raise, and this guy keeps butting me, trying to cut me and hit me, stop, don't cut. I gotta retaliate.
Now immediately you stop. You stopped immediately right there, and you turned the middle away, and you said, what? And the result was getting nothing but what? Did you say to Mills right at that time?
I don't remember. I told him that he butted. I know I complained about being butted. And complained about the first fight. Listen, Holyfield's not the tough warrior you want to say he is. He got a little nicks on his head. I got an eye. I got one eye. I got one eye. He's not impaired. He got ears. I got one eye.
You bit him. Was that a retaliation for the eye when you bit him in his ear?
Regardless of what I did, he bit me for 2 fights.
But you got to address it, Mike.
I did address it. I addressed it in the ring.
Why did you do that to Mike? I mean, was that the proper response?
Look at me. I gotta go home. My kids gonna be scared of me. Look at me, man.
What are you going to do now towards your career, Mike? What are you going to do? Okay.
Well, extraordinary stuff there from Mike Tyson.
Your tactics of some of the questions which is like, you feel any need to show your boxing talents in this fight?
Listen, Ryan. I've never did anything he's never done in the ring. So ask him that question. Well, ask him, white boy. Oh, you talking out of turn? I normally don't do interviews with women unless I fornicate with them. So you shouldn't talk anymore. Unless you wanna. I won't talk nice to you and talk about fornicating with you and name stuff like that, because if I was eloquent with you, you would still look at me as a scumbag. But I think this is our time now. You're gonna get Kevin killed. You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
What?
Just go sit down. Just go sit down and have a good fight. Listen, I've been working with Kevin for 2.5 years. I've never seen him prepare himself like he has. Like a fish. Sit down. He's focused, and he positively believes he can knock out Mike. He's a 6'6", 270-pound big huge man with a huge opportunity in front of him. So Mike can say what he's gonna say, but on Saturday night we'll see. I think he's had his day. I think his day is gone, and I think that day is here to come.
I'm gonna hit Mike Tyson on the chin. He's gonna take the whole of Ireland as an island, hit him on the chin.
I'm gonna break your hand.
I don't care if I break my hand as long as I hit you, you know what I mean? But
you're not talking as tough as your friend over there with the pinky ring. I had to get high. I had to get high. I couldn't handle it. Oh. You have to go. Now, you understand me? Thank you. Thank you. Wanna take this stuff off? I wish one of your guys had children, if I could kick them in their fucking head or stomp on their testicles, so you could feel my pain, because that's the pain I had, waking up every day.
Hey, listen, I want to tell you guys that tomorrow night I'll be live in Ferguson as it gets close to a grand jury decision, so make sure you watch it.
What do you think is going to happen?
Thanks for watching.
They convict him beyond DBR. You think they're going to convict him?
We'll find out.
No, you don't believe that.
Say that in the prompter right now.
You do not believe that.
AC 360.
You do not believe that they're going to convict him, do you, dog? Deep in your heart, deep in your heart, deep in your deep southern heart. I'm 36 years old, when I'm 36. I never dreamed of living this long. I never dreamed of fornicating with many beautiful women as I did. I'm not as much money as I made, like fornicating more than other people. It's just who I am. I sacrificed so much of my life. Can I at least get laid? You know what I mean? I've been robbed of most of my money. Can I at least get a blowjob? White boy, look at you scared now, huh? Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
TMZ has learned, apparently, just now. He's been arrested at LAX outside of the United Terminal after a bloody confrontation with a paparazzo. They've been told that Mike Tyson punched the guy in the face and there was blood everywhere.
Forget tomorrow and give to the star to 6 the reward.
ThatBiff.com, the mixtape authority.
Everything was meant everything was meant. I took a L, what comes after L, my nigga M's. The AK with the twins, that's Mary Kane and sis. My shooters, they don't miss. Fade away and switch, dedication 6. And every day we sick, treating medication scripts like some revelation scripts. I thought yesterday we quit, you know every day we spin. Then we celebrate the win, like we'll never play again. Always talk to my him and he say that he made a list. Nigga always breaking in, and he never leave a print. And I never shake the brick. Okay, now I'm talking shit. Why that baking soda mix? Raise my arm and hammer kiss. And my yellow bone she dick. And her belly don't exist. And she never saw the chip. She stay healthy cause she stripped. Doing every lady piss. And I never paid a cent. Pussy never leave a cent. 20 anniversaries again. Every day all week we live. You know every day we sip. And we having steak and shrimp. What's up, nigga? Wake a tip. So that bitch a break a fit. You know that we make them kiss. She know if it's going down. I keep my elevator lit. I wear the elevator music. And it better play the hits. I can serenade a bitch. You interrogate a bitch. If we interrogate that bitch, we be like, where that save that bitch? Put that barrel to her tits. And if she hesitate, that's it. I need that combination, bitch. Cause I ain't got no patience. I hate to do it, but the line between love and hate is death. You know every day we win. You know second place that shit. You know that we take the kids. Just like Freddy chasing it. You know that we spreading them. 18786. While you eating bacon grits. Again, while police taking tips. You know every day we trip. Tripping with Mercedes Benz. Tripping with Glazy Clip. You know every day she drenched. This that dedication sense. You know every day we sick. Give me with her life again. Catch your body like the lift. This that dedication sense. If she starstruck, make her rich. I tell her pussy take your lip. I'm big headed, make it fit. And you know every day we sick. That's the same. You know every day we say, and you are just a patient you know every day we say, and that's some sick shit. Yeah. That's some sick shit. Yeah.
Take that shit over the front.
Sleep on me, I hope you die in your sleep. No one's defying is me. I know my worth, so when you pay me, just know that I am not cheap. On the road, the riches, tapping my horn, so watch for the beat. Ripping this shit to pieces, no I will not get down for the beat. Started out on the block, got on my feet and rose to the top. I'm the cleanup man with the mop. 50 shots in his finger, this top. Yeah, I come from the city of God. I walk around in the city like God. Made it out and still come back. Somebody please tell me what are the odds? On this mic, I am a wizard, but this is not all. Cold but hot, I can turn the summer to fall. I'm sicker than y'all. Don't talk to me unless you talking about paper. I'm buying some makers, no time for a neighbor. I'm from New Orleans, yes I am a gator. I'll do you a favor and I do you a favor. Cause if I do you a favor and you don't come back with that paper, I'ma have to lay hands on you like I'm giving you prayer. On the east side, we ain't playing it fair. You ever heard of the tortoise and hare? I'm switching the gears. Started off in the back, bitch, but now I'm winning this clear. Nigga, I'm here. Good.
I got my married hoes on single drugs. Got my fattest hoes getting finger fucking. My trashiest hoes is clean as fuck. And my nastiest hoes is neat as fuck. Take your shoes off before you walk inside. Take your shoes off before you cross the line. I snoozed off pump all the time. Got my goons to go kidnapped all the time. Come to wake the party up in webbing it. Got one gun and shoot for 7 minutes. I done shit, niggas never spit it. I'm high class, niggas elementary. Repetition, that's a definition. I'm a high boy under air condition. Shoot the gun with the left arm limping. George Jefferson in all 7 minutes. Got a high girl on television with a very sticky, unhaired kitty in a rap position screaming, you're consistent. I said, then listen like we talking business. I don't need out your filming niggas. I really rather have a steal from niggas. I really travel like a pilgrim nigga. Kush loudest phrase screaming, Wilma nigga. I've been taking time out to contraband. Bring a promise in the promised land. Going like a dial up a like a sand. From the middleman to the macho man. I've been talking shit up in Diddy house. When the Disneyland talk to Mickey Mouse. Then I figured out how to figure out what I was figuring out. You figure it out. Got a trigger man with a courtroom and stunk it up. I coming down, plug coming up. You gon' hold me down, you gon' hold me up. You don't know me, but you know what's up. And the coke was cut with some extra coke. Showed her more than love. She just showed the shrug. She don't know it's love. It's not important, love. As long as we can keep extorting the plug. Just let them bleed and ignore the blood. Just let them be and ignore the buzz. Pour it up, catch a sugar rush. Chopper full of rust, but it still buzz. Buzz good as fuck. Every bullet struck like 100 holes. Got a hole in one. Safe full as fuck. Money full of dust. And I'm pulling up in that. What the fuck? That's a muscle car. Got me looking buff. If you look enough, you a muscle pump. That's a Bugatti on steroid. Bugatti on Chevron. All white like an L-toy. All these rings on. Call me bellboy. From the Teflon to the Kevlar. Don't mean shit when your head off. Make the top dog jump dead off. Then we keep his head for a memoir. I spin off with the head off. Going big Bruno on Mars. Sipping Lone Star. Turn a porn star to a known star with a phone call. With a honey American water. Yeah, purple rivers. Yeah, those purple ribbons. Yeah, I'm cursed but still religious. Damn, I've been popping 10s. Yeah, cause I'm hit by all the 20s. Damn, why you hating on the skinny? Damn, I'm at Satan, he was chillin'. Hold up. Murky, murky water. Purple rivers. Flowing purple rivers. Cursed but still religious. Damn, take your clothes off, bitch. Call your road dog, bitch. I feel like old dog, bitch. Boys to minutes.
Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag.
Yes, the breathing. I bug the teachers, Mr. Miller, Mr. Mean. I miss my brothers, Mr. Lee is spending money.
Hello? Yeah, what's up? Yeah. 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 Hey. I'm up here. Get dunked on. I'm up here playing today. What you say? Nah, I don't. Man, they got plenty of shit, man. Plenty of stuff. Hey. Fuck it. Yeah. Yeah. Man, he a book boy, man. His wordplay crazy. Hey. Hey. Yeah. he like rap and shit. He want to be a rapper and shit. He said. Nigga be like J. Cole. Who, Jay Electronica? Oh, you talking about Lupe Fiasco? Yeah. Nah, he draw. Yeah. Nah, he draw. Mm. Yeah. Hold on real quick, James. Hold on. I gotta curse this boy out because this nigga keep on zigzagging. I'm about to quit this shit anyway. This nigga cheat like a motherfucker. Yo, man, come on, man. Play the game the right way, man. You fucking using that glitch shit. Fuck out of here. I hate niggas like that, man. Using exploits to win. There's some shit on his jaw, like you can zigzag back and forth and you'll get open and shit. Nigga doing that shit cheating. Yeah, he doing that shit with Kyrie. Kyrie can shoot, so you know he get open, he gonna hit that shit. Hey, I got Kawhi on him, man. No fucking way. Damn. Oh, why you say that? Stupid, right? That's funny. So get your job, boyfriend. But I'ma drop Lil James stuff off. I got a game tomorrow. Then what you call it? That joint at 6. That's the joint at Broad of Venega. Nah, that's the 35 and over joint. Nah, not this one. This is joint with Ron though. The joint they been trying to get me to play. I'm gonna play though. Alright. Alright.
Got that strip club diabetes, make it rain, catching dogs all night long. Got me beat a white girl, black diva. I'm here fucking on a zebra. I beat it up like John Cena, talking crazy bilingual. Put some diamonds in my divas, got me looking like a genius, leaving bloody like a fetus. Cut your tongue off, leave you speechless. Put some money on some peanuts, could've gave it to me. The niggas calling me a skeezer from the heart and not speakers. I was young, I heard the preacher. I grew up and met the reaper. That codeine, my anesthesia. Tried to keep her this like beef, but she snort 1 and on the sequel. She snort 2 and on the threesome. She snort 3 lunch yell Adidas. When I buzz, I yell Eureka. When I buzz, I yell Eureka. When she buzz, she yell for Jesus. Drop her off at the cathedral. She come back with a bunch of singles. Phones and tell me switch to legal. Hustle where the grass is green to clean the blood off the walls. Then break out the stand and steamer. It's the trial cocaine. I know Rob's from Pasadena. I got 2 keys to that people. Call him Justin and Justina. Sipping on that Angelina. I'm no profile in the beamer. West Tower could be sweeter. I got sugar. I got cream. I'm more extreme. I'm more singer. Doing numbers. Yelling finger. Coca Lico. Come and get some white power from a Negro. Spend some money. I'm illegal. When that money was illegal. That's my bloody. That's my ego. Reppin' single like Tito. I'm getting higher than gazebo. When I'm riding in tuxedo. I'm a bitch back in Magneto. Hit that pussy like the Rico. Young money with no Ricos. High tubbing with the chicas. Run around niggas like they streakers. Run around there bitch like Ezekiel. Good quality coke, that's GQ. Bought this bitch
honesty, honest enough.
Come on, man.
Niggas don't mean my race when they say she black. I am the queen. I'm everything she lack. Bitch, get on your kneecap. I don't mean C-cap. I'll get you check pussy. I'll get you a free pack. You bitches don't roll out. You get your QB back. I'm OBJ house. Break records like Hangout. I've been that dude since ice cream with the spring out. Tell them carry on. They gon' miss me when I'm gone. I'm gone.
I just felt like bubbles in my mansion, got them feeling like they pop stars. No storm, fix my bitch's patient, man, I feel you like a doctor. Yeah, have some extra more exotic dancer, she start crying instead of job hard. Switch up with my play, my Mercedes, I just give it recipes to Honda. Cocaine on the navel, licking, so my time to go around. Put my face up in the pussy and my thumb in the air. Shoot you down in a Walmart, shoot you down in a parking lot, shoot you down in a food court. Get your crib in a steamboat, then disappear on the speedboat. Like a jackass like Steve-O, then disappear like Neo. Leave a red flag on your screen though, leave a red flag on your queen throw. Leave a blood stain on your meat flow, like a red stain on clean snow. Red money gang, 500 gang on that money train. And we walk around with bloody fangs, playing hooky games from Yummy Maine. And we storm the block like the thunder came. And my youngest came back, your mother name, hit the address, knocking down picture frames and other things. Going off east side like stomach pain. Sugar cane, get to the Spain. You don't fail in the shit to plane. The niggas scream, no one complain. I got the AK with the knife, so the butcher came in. The Nina came in, her sister came in. What's her name? You book a brain. You don't even know where to put the blame. That's cool. I just felt like bubbles in my mansion, got them feeling like they pop stars. No storm, fix my bitch's patient, man, I feel you like a doctor. Yeah, got some more exotic dancer, she start crying instead of job hard. Switch up with my play, my Mercedes, I just give it recipes to Honda. Switch up with my play, my Mercedes, I just give it recipes to Honda. freeze the Uber. My dedication. That's obsession.
TheBulNell215's, the mixtape authority.
These niggas act like they forgot how to play basketball, man. Oh. Oh. This is why I don't like online ranked games. This nigga basically beat me zigzagging the whole fucking game. Come on, man. Nigga beat me zigzagging the whole fucking game. Three for 9 3-pointers, 9 for 25.
TheBulNell215's world premiere.
On God, dedication 6 on God, dedication 6 on God.
DJ Drama.
25 million on a nice big old mansion. And bitch, I still haven't invited your family. When you walk in, you see the art and gold Grammys. I'ma just kill that pussy, now it's just a cold 25 million on a mansion, so precious. Bitch, be careful where you bringing your besties. Sad cheese, I ain't got time for no messes. The exorcist told me my wife be possessive. Adderall just so we can go restless. We fucking all night long, no breakfast. No confessions, no questions, we full professionals. Now ride me like an open road, no pedestrian. You buy the car for the bitch, I buy the nurse for the bitch. You buy a apartment and shit, it's nice, I just walk in the bitch. You buy the art for the bitch, you're always too often and shit. You always starting some shit, that should come off for the bitch. Shout out my moments I miss, you know that Tony and Mitch. This ain't no cardio shit, she won't come start all this shit. She won't go hard with a bitch, she know what happens today. She know we always forget, and she just bored of the shit. And he just started a bit, tell him I want the trip. Tell him my guns get skinny, tell him they starving for this. Give me the check, give me the throne, my hair is a minute too long. My bitch is like biblical barrier, you bitch is like Rose in the Stone. I make my bitch go get a clone, fuck up together and then on they own. When they get shit I'm gone, I'm whipping the Winnie the Pooh. I'm driving and slipping the scoop, that shit make me tripping the coupe. As long as I get to the stoop, roll the clip, break the root and slick, pull up on your bitch. You just called your bitch, got that who is this? She don't know you exist, she on the moon and shit. That's that true shit, make you eat your words, make you do your shit. Then we knocking out every tooth you pick, nigga. Fuck you and fuck who you with. Yeah, my bitch broke, but I bought it fixed. Wait, I just got the perk, another for dessert. I watched it down and served by Jilla Planet. Irvine is the Captain Kirk. I pop a perk and trip it. Call me perk and biscuit. Just call her the whiskey. Blurry, blurry vision. Propeller, who is this? I just hit the line. I got a bitch in mind. I call her anytime. She taller, but it's fine. Together we 6'9". I hear the other line. He like, what other line? She like, never mind. She can tell a lie. And I can tell she lying. That's no lie. That's my awesome little bitch. Got me a saucy little bitch. Got me a bossy little bitch. Left fuck for a bossy bitch. It cost me an arm and a dick. I got me a naughty bitch. She sucking the balls on the stick. I'm about to play golf with the bitch. I'm way on Mars with the bitch. She fucking with Martians and shit. You shopping at Marshalls and shit. And yeah, your bitch getting trippy with me. Wanna quit it with me. Say she with that I had nigga with me. Say she nigga with me. Wish I had my nigga with me. Bitch, you watch it with me. Y'all can't trick me. She say, God forgive me. I say, no, I'm busy. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bank accounts. Plus a main account. With insane amounts. Something to think about. Plus the drinking route. Now I'm section.
TheBulNell215's world premiere.
I've been walking on this water, bone dry, hard times, R.I.P. baby, my phone died, but don't cry. Heaven gates was closed, I went to hell, that was a long line. 2 hoes in the bed, it's hard to wake up on the wrong side. Few bumps in the road, a little bump and glad I don't mind. Pino for your fucking piggy bank, you thinking hog tied. 2 needles on me, you fuck with me, them girls gone wild. Guilty conscience pimpin', make my own sit through the whole trial. I've been walking on this fucking water for a long time. Body water got me transforming like I'm Voltron. Smoking so much weed, I might just fuck around and hug a tree. A tree without a bird, cause I deserve every fucking leaf. 1, 2, 3, triple OG, at the T.O.P. From the P.O.G. From the D.O.G. to the D.O.T. Got OCD and I.O.C.D. Hit it with the D.O.P.D. That's dope, dick, Gucci, D.D.T. D.I.E. for F.E.E.I.D.I.E. for my S.E.T. I told my son that whatever the sun touches yours, little nigga. I told my daughter don't give up your love to a baller, nigga. I told my bitch if she cheat, then she making a poor decision. I told that bitch if she leave, then she leaving the solar system. But hoes don't listen, but I'm on the road to riches. She can't ignore the issues. I bought myself a medallion that cost in the store, my nigga. I don't know, guess I was born, my nigga. Tomorrow hoes, I'm messing yo, my nigga. To the moon like Marvin, nigga. He hit the plug, that's his farmer, nigga. It ain't a car, that's his farmer, nigga. And the R plus another R, nigga. But I used to want to go explore, nigga. Had to move the trap house to Florida, nigga. Had to move the car to buy the water, nigga. But I'm still too scared to get in the water, nigga. About to throw another pool party, nigga. I told her out there wherever this gun from is closer, nigga. Laying on my feet, on tapping on my toes like Moses, nigga. I told her contact my car too fast to pull over, nigga. Quarters for keeping my cool before my composure, nigga. That's poker, nigga. Playing the cards I was down and shit, I'm broken, nigga. But I could be broken, nigga. But I'm watching over, nigga. And my white husband on my sofa, keeping it soulful, nigga. I'm a young mogul, nigga. I'm a young hover, nigga. My office is oval, nigga. I step out that bitch like what's happening. Me and other bitch, I was napping it. Temporary with no rubber, I'm gambling. Just carving a rap, I'm chancing it. Got a sensitive story, I'm daddy bitch. Do it look like I'm playing? Capping it. Niggas don't know a start from an asterisk. This ain't no coffin, no casket shit. My killer's killing on purpose by accident. And you grab that shit like a laxative. Ain't where why you trapping, so you trapping with. For me, it's about who I travel with. Never about the bitch that I be snapping on. It's the one that the picture just snapping with. That's color the shit, and all of my shit be magulous. It's that baby inhalation. We just landed in a space. So now ain't nobody safe, bitch. This dedication, I'm a safe, bitch. Got 100 in the safe, bitch. I've been fucking on a game, bitch. Fucking setting what you claim, bitch. It's young, move out to the grave, bitch. Now I'm still progressing. I'ma blow up any second, yeah. We the best, ain't no fucking question. 6 to the dedication, sorry, yeah. Fully love it, money is the money. All my bros, please think of guessing what the call is. Overflowing, fuck it, post a moment. Rest in peace, love me, we already miss you, homie. I don't really care if you cry. On the real, you should've never lied. Should've saw the way she looked me in my eye. She said I am not afraid to die. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge.
I realize you niggas is like the objects in the rearview mirror. You really appear much closer than you are. Got a long way to go, young boy. TheBulNell215's world premiere.
Rebel.
Let them all in. Let them all in. Put me in jungle. Get us all mixed. Don't play my way. Know what? Let them all sing. I don't need therapy. I got so big, even when they talk crazy, I still don't shrink. I'm a blackout, make a black sun skin tone. Homie gotta sit for a while back home. Hotline bling if you get his phone. Gotta own up or you get this phone. Eyes dried up, I don't really cry much. And a gold chain match.
clutch. Whip out a match, every bitch I fuck for it. Y'all niggas talking about what? Boring. Came from it, I came from it. I'm raised by it, I'm stained from it. Shot for the stars from the darkness. I aim from it, now change coming. Who'da thought a nigga shake something? All these records, I'ma break something. Playing my shit around the graveyard, y'all fuck around and wake something. Mean mug like I hate something. Hit the stew and I ate something. Great rapper, I'm a great hustler. Promise you I die great something.
And I am beginning and hitting a nigga, renegading and flipping a nigga, spinning a nigga with the semi-admitted. I'm going to defend it. One of my enemies, and I am still.
That's all. We out. We out.
I don't know what's for you. Niggas claiming they want to the soil, boy, I'm loyal to the oil to boy. To the core of the oil, you cannot avoid when I'm gonna destroy you. You're still to make sure that the boy, I'm dedicated to this rhyme shit. That's W.
My bad, y'all. I gotta shoot this. Oh, come on, man. How the fuck you missed that? That's all. That's all. Good pass. Oh. We out. Get in there. Come on, TK. Hey. You just want to drive. You ain't even got to play the 3 with him. You just want to drive. That's it. Cash money. Let's get him out of here. Good shot. Good shot. Let's go. Play the draw, play the draw. This is one draw. There you go. That was a bad shot. My bad. Fuck. Hey. God, drive. That's cash. Still. Block. Hold on, wait for the pick, wait for the pick, wait for the pick. Ah. So.
Cash out on the AP. New freezer. The coupe sits nice on some new feet. New sneakers. I took your bitch out the Papa though. She tried to order a sloppy Joe. I told her give me some sloppy topping. Then let her know she a sloppy hoe. 2 pick me up in this brand new Bugatti. 2 million cash, this is not a Ferrari. 260 the dash, I smoke it.
Ah, one more pass. I'd have hit this shit.
Shout out to Drizzy and D6. Mafia like it's the 3-6. Chopper make niggas do
Get up, stay on it. Sweat. What? Cool. Fuck, man. How you catch that, man? Nut ass animations. And that's good too. Give him that bullshit. Dang.
World premiere.
I've been smoking on the gas, focus on the gas. I've been snorkeling in the cash, growing crokers with the bags. I done run, holding on the ass. How my shooters count me out and I end up doing the math. I've been fucking in the shower, so my dreads so young. I've been fucking on the counter cause my bed's so young. You know my lean nice and cold like some dead folks. You know my eyes nice and low like I make egg rolls. Oh, I got no bills to cover feelings. I got a well on water with me. I rob his ass like Robin Givens. I get the bills a mile a minute. Don't pay your bill, I'm power tripping. BET, that's how I'm living. I got 3 hoes following me. Ho, I'm down the chimney. Hello, I make her throw away her pussy toys. Y'all ain't got a job, I make her look employed. Y'all, she do the money counting just her jaws. Y'all, I make her count out loud, I listen hard. I've been fucking models, they been walking around in towels. They been snorting powder, I've been in here taking downers. They been come for hours, getting kisses by the thousands. Money and the power, they be in here watching power. All my shooters accurate, coding like a daiquiri. Run up in your factory, matches on like Michael Jackson. Pull up like a taxi, stereo on maxi, nigga bury on casket. Nigga say hello to rabbit, my little homies bang. My little homies, they the range, they don't want the fame. Kill your ass and fly to Spain. Ding, ding, coke and ice cream, that shit got a nice screen. Put my face up in the pussy, I'm just sightseeing. Y'all staring at the world doing automatic. Sweet my little girl, sweet Jesus of Nazareth. Quickly getting slow, baby. I could turn your baby to a poor baby. Sure, baby, look, I can sit down without getting down. What's new in town? Let's do it now. A couple marbles ain't been bound. A couple screws been screwed around. My father ain't been round. My heart ain't been so pound. The system up or down, and it's been up and twisting up a pound. High as fuck up in the truck, come cloud. Shots on the ground. I break a whole bunch of fucking vows. Come to hunt you down. All up in your section. Use protection when you fuck around. Possession of deception, imperfection. No affection, no correction. Transgression, turn depression to aggression. Got an obsession for expression with no pressure, no discretion. In the heavens for the flesh of all the fleshless ones I left from F.
Your bitch open so we run in it. Any club got my gun in it. I ain't even gotta touch you, dude. I get you killed, young nigga. Eat, sleep, talk shit, rap. Random AK, all black. Told you gave me this gift wrap. Your bar sweet, candy Kit Kat. Hope the pussy niggas get mad. Keep the voodoo on me, witchcraft. All Off-white Gucci makes match. All my diamonds drip, shit splash. Black BMW. The bitch give me top at the W. She told me dollars I'm over you. These bitches way too emotional. So much perkies, I'm barely so diamond choker, crazy bipolar. Keep my niggas with me, I told her. Never been committed, I told her. Enough with you niggas. I do not fuck with you niggas. I know what's up with you niggas. We work with you niggas. We all was swiping cards. Camming it up with you niggas. Miami ballin' is a hobby. Call a nigga Joe Robbie. Asian food or hibachi. ATVs walk talking. Chris Paul, we load the rocket. 8-ball, corner pocket. Oh man, niggas stop it. You know it's dollars. When it comes bad boy too, ask Diddy. 100-foot yacht, jet skiing. Bitches kissing bitches, lesbian. Niggas talking beef, let's see him. Y'all want beef, y'all vegan. If so, come, no semen. Yeah, Future put me on, he from Atlanta. Niggas in my city crashed in a barrel. Made it out without y'all help. I can say I did it myself. She told me leave the beat blessed. I killed the shit, no stress. First 48 is stretch. Someone tell me what's next.
Good pass. Hit one. Come on, man. Like that. Six A. Good help, boy.
We left 11 at 11 a.m. Raw papers full of peace, cups full of mayhem. We all wavy, I'm sort of on a different wavelength. See, more like superstars, I'm more like Super Saiyans. Being the greatest ever is my destiny still. Since a child, I focus on my Kelly B and Michelle. Sitting back in heaven.
Oh, that's not a steal. Come on, man. You drove me two niggas.
Now they say I'm big time. While them niggas skip lunch, I learned how to skip lines. I learned how to kick punch. Power through to get mines. Used to fuck with Sega. My uncle had a pager. I knew this drug kingpin that tried to run for mayor. Posted on the back blocks, talking player. If she bad and I upgrade her, get her unlimited data. They trying to build a wall, man. My dogs gon' hate that shit.
You got it back for it, Carter. Oh, shit. Ugly real fast. See, let's get some stops. Dang. Good day.